Let me move this abomination to the side. And hello, hi, how you been? Happy Wednesday. Exactly 1 week before the Christmas. And I don't know about you guys, but I fucked up. I've been putting it off. The weather alone was one reason, but I was just overall tired and not dealing with, well, I had other things going on too. Not to mention, there was a handful of days where the weather was just not in our favor and we just end up staying home. And then you can say, well, you can just buy things online. Well, for starters, I feel bad for people who go out and make deliveries and they have to deal with this BS weather while we just stay home all snuggly and stuff. So I also had that and some other things going on off camera and this and that. So yeah, I know. I did start like online a few nights ago. That was a bit of a chunkety chunk of a purchase. And then now I got to figure out what the heck do I buy for everybody else. I already got things for my kid and the editor. And then what? Sorry, I'm doing something off camera. It's a painting. I don't want to show which painting it is because I owe a bunch of people paintings. And I will get to you guys in a hot second. I just want to fill this out and I will talk. So, yeah, I did attempt to do the Christmas shopping yesterday after a very important phone call. And I thankfully found out that the person calling for my virtual appointment, it was early. Sometimes if you know, it works in your favor. I rather have when people do things early. So when you're done early, you get out early and do whatever the heck you want, which was the case. I was like, oh yeah, don't worry about it. So that thing was done and over with. Then I had to start going to the mall to start looking for things. And the problem with me Christmas shopping yesterday was I had to get things for my kids' event that's later this evening. Not a lot, just some snacks. And then I also was helping him a little bit to do some practice with whatever parts he has for his class project. Yeah, you know. And so I was all kind of low-key haphazard running around. And then I forgot a purchase. I got clowned on for that. Yeah, I got clowned on for that. It was really irritating, but it is what it is. And then, yeah. Oh, no one's here, so I can do nothing off camera for a bit. Yeah, I can do that. If there's no one there, why bother? So, what was it? Yeah, I still have to go back. Not today. There's not enough time. I have to make dinner early because of said event. Because when we get back, it's already going to be like almost 7 p.m. and we wouldn't have food. I'd have to make them early before we leave. So I'll probably start working on it during my lunch when I should be eating. But yeah, I also need to cut back a bit. I've been kind of splurging on food too. So annoying. But yeah, I have been running around doing things and it takes a toll. It was, what was it? I still realize, like, man, what the heck can I get my family? There's always gift cards. But I always feel like gift cards feel so much expensive, so much more expensive than just giving them something. But then I'm like, what the heck do I give them if they already have all the things? You know, I'm like, I don't know. And then it could just, and if I do give them something, it's like some dinky ass thing, and they're like, oh yeah, thanks. And then, you know, they'll probably shove it in the closet somewhere with their millions of other things. So I'm like, man, Christmas is rough, I swear. Okay, I'm going to wrap this painting present for now. I know, because no one's online, so I do what I want. If there's people wandering in, then okay, I totally get it. But if there's no one around, I just, you know. Okay, so there's that. Oh, okay. Yeah, now I can do something. Hello. So I was working on something just now, but I need to let it dry. Yeah, the downside about painting, I can use the heat gun, but I don't feel like it. I have to go and look for the dang thing. I gotta hook it up, turn it on, and I don't feel like it. So Laziness at its finest. Oh God, did I forget to do something? I might have forgotten something. If it bothers me, I may have to get up and get it. But as you can see here, I have been working a little bit. Well, I said I was going to do needle felting, but I tried looking for more wool. I'm pretty sure it's in one of the many boxes in the closet, and I don't feel like getting mauled by boxes. So I figured I'll still fix. I think some of them are not totally done, and I found this little chicken nugget here. I also want to kind of clean her up a bit. This was actually a request by the editor long ago, and then he said he'll work on it. I'm sorry to throw you under the bus, sir, but I did most of it. But yeah, he liked how the tongue stuck out. And it was like so weird, but he was just so drawn to it. But I thought he was going to work on it. He told me himself he did not, and so I ended up doing most of it. And I kind of don't like it. I think the original, it looked a little different. It's not totally bad, but it didn't look like the package. So whoops. And I might as well show this one. I gotta get it. Hopefully I won't. Oh, sorry, you can see my appendage. So here's one that the editor did. Oh my, I might have to change the rope. It's getting kind of dingy, but it's this. Oh my gosh, it's freakishly cute. So this is his take on the pig, but he was very messy about it. So I filled up the rest of like the gaping white pillow fluff that was still sticking out. So I cleaned it up, but this was his general shape. This is kind of cute, actually. I should actually make my own version like this. So this is his interpretation of Zashiki Buddha / pigs. And then these were mine. We're very different in what we think applies to pigs, but I don't try to be super accurate like he does. He gets very atomically correct when it comes to art. Fun fact, he's actually better at art than me, not in its entirety, but like he can draw from memory. I cannot do that. I mean, while it's not perfect, he's like, I don't need it. I don't need it. And so he'll just draw the thing. And what did I just do to myself? And so he'll just draw the thing and it's accurate. It's not perfect. It's from his own mind. And I'm like, man, I can't do that to save my life. For people who can do that, just draw from your freaking memory alone. No reference. Entirely no reference. I am envious. Envious. I wish I can do that, but I cannot. My memory is pee pee cock-a-doo-doo. And I always have to gather references. And in recent years, I just copy things that I like and just draw a bigger version, apply it to like a canvas or a wooden surface, combine two things into one sort of thing sometimes. And yeah, that's what I've been doing, but I still have fun. So ultimately, if you still have fun and you're not harming others and yourself, you're good to go. But then, like I mentioned, if you're using other people's content and then saying it's all you did all of this and you get money from it, I'm pretty sure that's stealing. So since no one is there, I need to get something right quick. So be right back. I can manage, but I need to I forgot. Hold on. Anyone in there? Oh, good. No one showed up. Sorry, I had to get some paper towel because in here it ran out. Okay. Sorry. So, All right. All right. All right. Someone said they were waiting and then they don't show up. What's up with that? I'll live. I'll live. I just like to nitpick sometimes. Out of fun and jokes, okay, not real. But sometimes when people make jokes and it's a kind of social commentary or general commentary, it does make you wonder what's going on here? What's up with that? Oh, what the heck do I talk about? I can yammer on since there's no one. Okay, so yeah, Christmas is a week away and I didn't do crap. That's my literal literal notes. And I did just mention that. And this came to mind. I don't know. People talked about it. I don't watch in advance or do like a very brief research as to whether or not there is a thing called holiday or Christmas exhaustion. I'm going to say holiday exhaustion because there are other holidays in general, not just Christmas, that just stress you the hell out. I would assume it's a thing because my God, there's just so much going on when you deal with holidays, especially if you come from a large family, a very extensively large family, and I have a large, ginormous family. You have no idea. You have no idea, and I probably don't have any idea as well. So okay, I need to let this dry because it's getting on my fingers, pissing me off. I guess I can fix this. So where is the needle? Here you are. And then where is the felted wool? It is somewhere out there. Okay. So I think I can, will this, yeah, I can use this. Yeah. Sorry, there's no Black Myth Wukong or Shu Qi. Also, it's 11 minutes. No one gives a crap. But like, still thank you for the subscribers and the likes. And well, comments is a mixed bag, but still thank you regardless. I really need to get on this whole thing with a thank you for like, should I just draw Shuchi? Nah, I'd rather draw characters I give a crap about. I wouldn't mind the pig. I wouldn't mind the pig, but I think if it was by popular demand, like you need to draw her, I'm like, oh, I guess. But we'll see. Would anyone like a drawing? I don't know in terms of, and not like, oh, I want 5 requests and not a thank you to you. Okay. So I don't like that kind of crap. It has happened around here. Not a lot, but it had happened. So yeah, let me know. Like, should I just do fan art? Because I will decide by default Jubajia, as you can see my extensive collection of piggies. But other characters, we'll see. I don't know. I actually do like that river demon. Sun Wukong, I don't know. His costume is so detailed. It's crazy detailed. I am intimidated. I did draw him when he had his uniform, not his introduction costume. I guess it's the pilgrim robes or whatever. That one was fine, but even then that was still difficult for me. But just whoever came up with that design, they are crazy talented, but also low-key crazy insane because I cannot follow through with that. My goodness gracious. I wish I could make certain areas blurry, but they were really down with all of those details. And I'm like, my God, I wish I just could wish I can do such a thing. But yeah, still thank you so much regardless. I will try to be a little bit more active. It's a bit rough here, as I mentioned before, just recently. Like, yeah, it's just something's going on and I'm tired and I'm dealing with real life thingies here. So yeah, same old stuff that I like to keep vague because I can. And then the Christmas shopping, oh my gosh, the holiday exhaustion. I already feel it. I think I felt it since I was in my 30s, and so and then I always see things for myself, so that doesn't help. It makes things worse. And by the time, like, oh right, I need to buy for other people, right? Like if you see the thumbnail later on, I did buy for myself. They're just calendars and for whatever reason a coloring book. Would I color this? Maybe I should have bought another one. Like, I'm not too keen on color, or I can paint. That's another, like the paper feels almost like a very cheap cardstock, but it feels like it won't bleed through the paper. So that is a possibility. So I might actually buy another one because I'm insane. But yeah, that one was pretty cute. And then this one is a calendar for next year. Like, my gosh, and Daiso, they are so well ahead of getting things. Well, we have them too. And then I like that they're not too big and in your face. So I will probably use this. They do have their official website where they do have the actual 365-day calendar. And I don't use them. I just collect them because, again, oh, okay. So they have that again. All right. So it's a little bit basic, but it does the job. It's fine. So I snagged one. And then they had a poster one. I snagged that too, unfortunately. I need reminders. So yeah, this one I wanted to fix, as well as this one. We'll see. Well, it's more like cleanup rather than like giving it a total makeover like this guy here. This turned out so freaking cute. And then I didn't like how the eyes were just popping out way too harshly against all the pastel. So I made it like a very dark, warm gray. I just painted up the eye pins. Fun fact, I kept dropping these damn eye pins. So he has like one new eye and the other one was already there. But I dropped like 2 damn eye pins prior to this one. So, geez, man, my luck has, also been eerily annoying. And then I haven't been doing actual paintings, but I am going to react to some of my old crafts, maybe to get me jump started to working on crafts again. But I have to take out my stash, my crafting hoard stash. Okay, not anything else nefarious. Just there's gonna be a while. Like I mentioned, it's in one of the closets, and it doesn't sound like, it's not like, oh, you have so many walk-in closet. I never said walk-in closet. Okay, they're just closets, and I need a step ladder. And I think there was a few handfuls of times where a handful of boxes almost crushed my soul and my head, literally. So I had to be careful. And I think I need to get rid of this one. This one's kind of dingy. You can't tell it on camera, but because of the lighting, but it's like kind of yellowing. So I might have to replace that. So off you go into the trash. Sorry. I need to get a new one for you, whatever that is. But yeah, holiday exhaustion. I feel it already. I'm pooped. But you also want gifts, so you have to comply and get gifts. And then when people get super specific, I don't want this, give me that, like, ew, you should be grateful you're getting a gift at all. It's even worse when it comes from an adult. And I think there's a handful of that floating around in the YouTube or the social media void, I guess. But I don't know. I think it's basically rage bait, rage click. Because especially when they have children get mad, like you didn't get them the right iPhone, and then they have this rage fit on camera. And then the parents are being kind of buttholes and laughing. Like, I mean, yeah. You're teaching them a lesson, but at the same time, like, and you can choose to post this online. This wasn't accidental. This was not candid camera sort of thing. They intentionally posted to humiliate their kids and also their poor parenting. Like, why are you giving them an iPhone? Okay, why are you giving them this and that? Why are you giving them luxury purses and luxury goods when they're like 12? Like, ew. That says a lot about you, and it's not pretty. So, I know I sometimes I look online and I see the kinds of things women my age or just women in general are interested in, and they always bring up like luxury goods, luxury items, Chanel, Hermes, LV, etc., etc. And what's my take on that? I don't have a single damn thing of those luxury brands, nor do I give a shit, because I don't. They look ugly. Does anyone say that? They look fucking ugly. They're ugly as shit. And people buy it. It's like, and then there was a while ago, some documentary, or not documentary, like some like commentary people were saying that if you want to look rich and for those like, that are like, those who really, really want to look rich, they're littered with brands all over themselves. They're actually poor. And they're not even keeping the stuff. It's for rent. They want to have a nice picture for social media, so they rent it out. Yeah, they have luxury good rentals. I didn't know that was a thing. And so you can take a picture with it and then you post it online, but you don't really own it, or you have like an installment plan with your bag. I was like, installment plan? I understand phones. Those are, but yeah, but bags. Oh my God, man. I have stories about a particular, I don't want to talk, it's none of my business, but yeah, I have a few stories in regards to people who like wave around these sorts of bags around, they get in trouble. So, not especially nowadays, sheesh. But I don't give a shit about luxury goods. They don't appeal to me in the slightest. Art supplies, I still don't. I heard of some of them, but I can't even remember their damn names. And they're mostly European ones from what I've heard. And also Japanese ones. There's some okay, legit Japanese ones, but not enough for me to like bankrupt myself. At most, it's like slightly upgraded, but not enough for it to like, I can't feed myself for a month. Like, not that bad. Okay. I think because of my upbringing where I did not feel we did not really have a thing for name brands. I think my dad kind of did. He was into sports cars, but at the same time, it didn't appeal to me. Like, that kind of crap never appealed to me. Like name brands, luxury items, jewelry, clothes, shoes. No. You'll see me. I used to be into Walmart, but then I stopped. Thankfully, I stopped. And there's all these recalls for listeria and E. coli, everything. Like, what? And it's in the organic section. So if you're trying to be healthy, you have E. coli now. Like, what the hell is that? Yeah, there's so much things jumping around. But yeah, like the name brands and luxury items, it was never my thing. If I got it for free for whatever reason, like, oh, I don't need this, do you want them? Like, yeah, I'll fucking take it. And then but otherwise I'm not gonna, I don't care that much. Like, I really don't. I just dress what I can afford, what makes sense to me. It doesn't look like a cry for help. Well, if it does look like for a cry for help, I try to designate that within the house, not outside the house. Yeah, that's about it. I don't give a shit about that stuff. It's like, I have no need. Even if let's say if I made a whole bunch of money, I wouldn't even bother buying that crap. Like, oh, just to say that I made it, I'm going to buy myself a Hermes bag. Like, no. Still ugly to me. I don't give a shit. Like luxury luggage. I didn't know that was a thing until the editor worked in one of the luxury luggage retail stores. I was like, what? Oh, okay. He was actually a good salesperson, but there was some pee-pee cock-a-doodle happening. But anyway, yeah, I didn't know that's how out of touch I am with rich anything. I didn't know such things were a thing, and I really don't give a shit. I like dollar stores. Well, good ones, of course. And you don't just, I like all of the like obviously you get what you pay for, but to some degree, there's some really interesting stuff there. And then I like that you can customize certain things for dirt cheap. And then you can make it look like it's expensive. I think some women did that too. Like they have channels. My mom sometimes watches them. Like they make something cheap from the Dollar Tree or Dollar Store or $1.50 store because inflation's insane. They use things from like a paper bag that they got from like Chanel, and then they apply it to their project from the dollar store, and they make some luxury items from the dollar store. I was like, okay, I think that's silly, but I mean, all right. And there's a demographic for that because there's like hundreds of thousands of views, comments, and likes. So there's a demographic that favor this kind of stuff. So yeah. For me though, yeah, I'm like, I don't care. But this kind of stuff, because it's cute and something to do, so you don't, vent out your blind rage and frustrations out on a complete stranger in a back alley at 3 a.m. This is totally fine for me. Not that I have such tendencies. I assume I like to make things more dramatic just to sound a little funny, and I probably not. Let's see, what else can I talk about? Black Myth Wukong. Yeah, I mentioned, and then I drifted off topic. Oh, cute. I am in NG+2, but I cannot do very much in terms of challenges. Maybe the singular challenges, the top option in challenge, but not the second one where it's like grouped challenges, because that one I'm pretty sure you get a whole bunch of fancy schmancy new items and curios, this and that. But my God, I'm so awful in that. I'm a weak baby. Even if I'm in the level like 254, I'm still a weak baby. So like, oh my gosh. Then the editor said, oh, you should just get that Ching Gourd thingy that is like unlimited. And I was like, I effed up in the portraits. You're supposed to get that when you complete the portraits, the Yagwai portraits. And for some reason, even though I got that character, I defeated it, it won't show. And supposedly I did it wrong. Turns out I was supposed to defeat it before I finished chapter 3, as in I was supposed to fight that thingy before I fight Yellowbrow, that giant pot-bellied whatever guy with the robe, with his open robe. And so I have to wait until I finish chapters 1 and 2. I think I can finish through those. Just, I have to go through that crap again. And then I can do a proper challenge, and then I can do the stupid thing with the bull king's armor stuff. But what I didn't know at the time when I was recording, I do also have a not live stream, like a recording. I don't know. I feel like the editor does not want to edit my stuff because now it's like over 7 hours. I thought 6 hours was too much. No, he's like, let's add another belt notch, 7 hours. And then I was commenting. I watch most of my videos, mind you. I was commenting on myself like, oh, how come I can't avoid the attacks with the giant axe with Arlong? Turns out, and you probably already know this, all you fancy schmancy Black Myth Wukong players, the Bull King's armor set does not have the perfect dodge option. So you cannot perfect dodge faster than you already can, because I guess it's really heavy. So I was like, what the hell? And then, yeah, that's what the editor told me. I was like, what? So you have to amp up your damage reduction materials on you, and your weapons, and your extra stuff. Like anything that involves damage reduction, get it. Apply it to yourself, get it. And I was like, oh gosh, okay, I guess. But then it's not very fun either. I'm like, I like perfect dodge. It saved me from so much trouble, and I look badass for a very brief handful of seconds. But now I can't use it. That sucks. So, but they said that is the most effective armor. But I'm pretty sure there's some other ones too. But I'm not that. I mean, I'm invested, yet not as much as some of these players are. But I want some new weapons, armor, and all that neat curio stuff too. Shoot. That's going to take a while. I have to go chapter 3 and reach that area. Then maybe I can get that fancy schmancy stuff. Damn it. Ugh. Sorry, I thought I can fix it, but this area looks kind of ew here too. Okay. "28 minutes, and I haven't done a dent." I wanted to start resume painting this. And then I figured I have an idea for this while I was painting. I had no idea. Originally, I was just going to do maybe like a typical Bambi sort of color scheme, but make it pastel. And then I changed my mind. I was like, oh, I have an idea. And it's based on the blue color. And I also saw some things on a Hello Kitty game. So, yeah. I and also from Sentimental Circus. So I kind of wanted to have that get started on that. Even though I'm painting ornaments, the holidays are almost gone. Like, geez, man, like I'm so behind. I thought I had time. Next thing you know, December came in with a bang, and now it's almost gone. It's already the 18th today. Sheesh, that's insane. Why is everything so fast? And then 2025, like I just showed you the calendar. It's already around the corner. I'm not looking forward to it. Oh my God, it looks like he has a beard. Oh, okay. So what else on my stupid things? But yeah, the Black Myth Wukong, I need to do some fan art. But yeah, because it's December and I'm struggling with trying to get gifts and not knowing what to get for people, I have to delay a bit. I'm going to probably react to my old crafts because it's been a while and I kind of miss looking at some of them. So I'll probably do that on Instagram. I also need to transfer. I keep saying I'm going to transfer stuff from Instagram to here, but I don't like the thing with the music because I like the freedom, quote unquote freedom on Instagram where I can put whatever music, whereas here I have to be careful and have to comb through and make sure the stuff I have on Instagram is okay with the YouTube guidelines. And even my last what is it, the last post, not post, the video of Black Myth Wukong NG plus, I already got a copyright. I was like, oh, thank you. So I have to let the editor know, and I think it's not too bad because like it's kind of a given, but just to let him know what's up since he helped me, despite just putting it all up there. It's like I thought he was gonna chop up some. No, it's like a collection of me playing. It's not like one big sit down. I cannot play for 7 hours unless I have no one in the house bothering me for 7 hours. And okay, maybe, but no, it's just a collection of me trying to play, and then I have to do things. And yeah, I need to make dinner early because I'm gonna be running around and trying to take care of some Christmas things. And I don't think I have enough time to do Christmas shopping online. I have to go to the actual store. It's too risky to have it show up, because especially sometimes around this time, the delivery system, they sometimes will admit, oh, there's too many people, we're gonna be late, is that okay? And you have no choice but to say okay. But some people will try to fight it because that's their money. I know people who are like that. But I'm like, well, I can't do much of anything unless I fly my ass over to where the stuff is and I take it, which I do not have that capability. But yeah, I have to go in person. But I don't like going to the same place too much because I feel like there's not a lot of things unless I go to another county. But I haven't been there for a while, and already that mall is probably on the brink of a shutdown as well. A lot of more stores closed down, and I think it's just like a Target and bookstore, and that's it, and some food court, but that's it. In between, there's like barely anything there. So I'm like, what is this? What is this? I used to like that mall, but I didn't go there for until recent years. And they had a Jollibee. I introduced the editor to Jollibee. He liked it a lot, but then it closed down when COVID happened. I was like, why can't we never have any good things? It's so depressing. Of course, don't eat there every day, but it's still nice to have halo halo. A bit pricey, but it's better than me trying to make the stuff. I mean, I tried, but it was not very good. Okay, this is a little better, a little cuter. Very cute. Okay, so around here it just needs a little tweak. Shoot, I said I was going to do some paint. Well, I technically did some painting, and I did painting off camera. Is it dry yet? No, it's not. Very odd. Okay, and I messed up. And then there's a painting I was trying to do for my friend, and I found out a whole bunch of areas are wrong. Like, things are off, but it's to the point where I cannot fix too much, or I have to start all over again. That's how bad it was. I was kind of in a rush, and then I didn't like how it was turning out, but I finally got the paint that I needed to make the shading stuff, and it looks a lot better. But now it's like, oh my god, I will not show what it is because I feel bad. But and my gift will be late. Jeez, I really hate being late. It makes me so sad. Not real sad, but still disappointed in myself. But yeah, them's the breaks. I messed up. I gotta do what I can. Okay, did my phone finish charging? Yes, it did. Who the heck is that? Sometimes there's people I see, and then I was like, who's that again? I don't know. Okay, What else can I talk about? I have 34 minutes. Yaguai. Tsunami, tornado warnings, like almost back to back to each other before the year ends. Yeah, that was a thing, but nothing necessarily happened here that would, be a reason to report it further. But if you're in Scotts Valley or along the more northern area of California where they felt the earthquake, okay, you get your pass. Okay. Yeah. That's all I know about that. Oh, okay. A while ago or recently, I caught up to a YouTuber's videos. I will not say because I don't feel like it right now. There was people talking about particularly women, and since I am a woman, I assume I should probably say something about it because I got nothing else to talk about. I mean, I can only talk about art stuff for so long, but I think it's boring for me. Anyway, there is some low-key outcry about older women not liking to being called an auntie. And if some people say that to them anyway, they just have like this is not so much visceral, but a very negative reaction to it. Like, don't call me that, or something to the equivalent. And then what's my take on that? I've been an auntie since I was about 12 years old. What's there to say about that? I've been an auntie since I was 12, okay? And it was a given. It's not like, oh, you're it's a complete stranger kid telling you, oh, there's an auntie over there and she's 12 and she's dirt old. No. I had a niece and nephew since I was 12 years old, so it's not a thing. And technically, I have nephews or cousin nephews, I'm not sure how the arrangement is, about the same age as me, because I have such an extensively, ridiculously large family. So I probably have been an auntie since I was born. So it's like, I can't do anything about it. But admittedly, there were instances where it was embarrassing. Okay, so like if you're like in high school and you have to pick up your niece and nephew and go on the bus and they call you auntie in public when you're just like 16, it's a little weird in a public setting, but like amongst family and friends that you're familiar with your situation, that's totally fine. But I think in terms of like complete strangers calling you auntie, that is a little bit jarring, but not enough for me to like make a whole video about it. I'd be like, I wouldn't even remember. I don't think unless it was that traumatizing to you, I guess you could make a video and content. But for me, I'm like, nah, I've been an auntie since the beginning of time on my end. So what's there to say about that? Not to mention in my family's culture, we address family friends, like family friends of my dad and mom, as uncles and aunties because it's a sign of respect and you're older than us. So we respect you. Yes, that's how we interpret that. So I wouldn't call that we wouldn't really necessarily call it as insulting. We just respect you. That's it. So I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing, but I think now in modern-ish times where youth is such a huge factor in our daily lives, and if you're considered an auntie, they think that's you're old, your bones are creaking, you can't go to the clubs and shake that thing like it ain't tomorrow. Well, why are you in the clubs that late? Okay, you need to go to bed. Go to bed. So I don't think being called an auntie is a bad thing, unless it's unwarranted. Like you're 12 years old and you have a face of a 28-year-old, then I would feel a little bad. But I think everyone's situation is a little bit different, but that was just my take on it. I don't feel really offended about that. I've been an auntie since I was a kid, so it's like, if not since I was born, so it's not necessarily like, oh, why being called that again? No, it's like, yeah. But when they don't call me by auntie, then I find that weird because I'm so used to being called auntie. And then if they start addressing me with my regular name, I was like, are you disrespecting me? So, I just say that as a joke, not necessarily like that whole thing with if you're older, you get respect by default. I don't like that shit. But yeah, I don't really find offense to being called an auntie. I've been an auntie for a long time, most of my life, so if not all of it. So not a big deal. I just thought it was kind of interesting how people have such a very negative reaction to it. I think it's because they don't have nieces and nephews, maybe. Some of them, not all of them, but I don't know. Everyone's different. Okay, anything else? Yeah, I did that. Needle felting. Meanwhile, with this stuff, oh, this one's kind of dense. I think I might have done too much, and I don't have replacements for the. I kind of do, but I gotta look for it. Like I mentioned, I don't feel like looking for it. I guess I can give it a haircut because as I'm stabbing, the needle is kind of having a give. It's kind of hard for it to stab through. So I was very thorough with this one. So I guess I have to give it a haircut for sure. So haircut it is. Actually, maybe next week I cannot have a live stream. It's going to be Christmas unless I do it from my phone on Instagram. That's a maybe. I haven't tried on my phone on YouTube, but it just seems like a bit much. But for that, I will probably post early on Christmas Eve. So I'm not not going to work on Wednesday. Just kidding. So instead of Wednesday live stream, I will most likely work on Tuesday unless something comes up and I cannot do it, like some emergency or I'm sick, or like really, really sick or some other. Otherwise, next week, my live stream will be on the 24th. Yes, 24th. As for next week, oh gosh, let me check on my calendar. Get up. Okay, so 31st. Oh, January 1. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna be doing some things until the 31st, and then so I guess I can do a live stream on the new year. So I guess we'll see how it turns out. Yeah, all right. It's an interesting few weeks going on. Not too bad. Okay. What else can I talk about? I think I talked about everything on my list. It's only 42 minutes. And I know this is not the riveting action of Black Myth Wukong. I should do Black Myth, the Destined one as in needle felt, but it'll most likely be a cute, chubby little critter, not so much like the badass that he is, unfortunately. I also low-key have been looking up Black Myth Wukong merchandise. They're kind of hard to find, and a lot of them are from China. And some of them, if you're not careful and you don't directly ask some of these sellers, they will probably dupe you. Not all of them, okay? There's some really cool ones, but there's some that they use the AI generated pictures for thumbnails, and there's some sellers that use the same thumbnail, and I was like, why are you using it if it's not even the real thing? Because they would show like a picture of what it really looks like. At least there's some kind of honesty, but as the thumbnail itself, like that's false advertising. What are you doing? But at least they will come clean if you ask them more questions, and then they know like, oh, I think they may not like it, especially, and they don't want to get a bad review. So at least there is some level of honesty. Well, you could have just prevented that, but they're trying to make a sale. I get it, but dang, that sucks. I look for Jubajeh stuff. I look for the Destined One stuff, and I would like to see a legit art book. That would be badass. But I think they only have it digitally, and I do have a copy of it from my editor. He really, really wanted I forgot if I downloaded it or I just left it in my folder, but yeah, I was looking for references. I can just use that. And I am still wanting to do fan art, it's been kind of rough out here. I guess it's something to do for 2025. Woo! Okay. Hopefully I get enough rest. I'm not sure. It's a little clean, but some areas are a little questionable. And I forgot what the original reference looked like. I could probably find an image of it online. I forgot what kind of dog it was, though. Because it was a Japanese needle felted kit. And yeah, those kits are crazy, not crazy expensive, but it's a bit much. But if you really like them, yeah, it's going to add. It's going to add. I did buy another one, but I ended up not using it, so I gave it to one of my relatives as a gift because I'm pretty sure they're into arts and crafts. I hope it's not like it leaves an impression of a kit and make your own gift, stupid. You know, I would feel bad if that's how they interpret it. But no, it's nice to make your own things and get something cute. But not everyone has that capability, and I totally get that. So they would probably feel dread or insulted if they receive such a gift. Like, you want me to make my own gift? You know, I'm not very handsy with the arts and crafts department. Okay. I was like, just try. And then they come up with an abomination to humankind. And it's like, see what you made me do. So yeah, I don't know. Sorry. Okay, so you can't kind of tell whether or not it improved with cutting, because sometimes cutting of the wool, I mean, it doesn't look like you did much, even though you did cut some, but there's still little bits here and there that refuses to come out. Oh yeah, so I tried to do Christmas shopping yesterday, and then I got distracted with because I haven't been to that mall for a while, and I was like, oh yeah, okay. And then I went there. No, I think the last time was when there was a tsunami warning. I think I mentioned before, and then this time, because I was like, I need to do Christmas shopping. I don't have enough time to do it online, and so yeah, it's. Ew. And people on my family are giving wish lists from Amazon. I don't have enough time unless I rush ship it here. I don't have Amazon Prime. I had the trial version. That was right before this stuff happened. So I'm like, oh, whoops. Oh, I blew that one. So I will have to try to figure something out in real life at a store. So I'm like, and I look at the store, a lot of things I see that could be potential ran out. They ran out. Lovely. Or there's some ugly things. There's ugly things. Always ugly things are always available and no one wants them. So it's like, oh goodness. Okay. And I saw that Godzilla humidifier laser thingy that people have been crying their eyes out for fun about it on discount. And I was like, oh, maybe I should buy that. It was like $10 off. I was like, oh, maybe I should have bought that. But now I was like, no, I need to, who am I going to buy it for? And it turns out it's for myself. And I'm like, okay, that's another $32 down the drain. What are you going to buy for someone else? I don't know. So I walked away before I made another dumb decision. Okay, so it's a little bit more clean. I don't think you can tell the difference, but it's definitely, from my end, it looks more clean. Good to know. Then this guy here, yeah, he needs another haircut. And I have to remember to clean off my desk. It's all full of fluff. I thought I was going to paint. Oh, camera. Why? Hold still. Camera, can you please? Ah. Okay. I'm doing my best. Oh, there's also those Santas. Those mall Santas you take a picture with, and some people make it a tradition for their children or their families to sit on Santa's lap and take the picture. I don't remember seeing a long line, but I think he might have been off to lunch because I saw some picture people, some staff members there, but I didn't see a Santa, so he might have been like on his break or in the food court. I don't know, but I think I saw a reel a while ago. People were mostly making Santa photos with dogs. Very few children, but mostly dogs, and they thought that was the cutest thing ever. I mean, some of them are kind of cute, but I don't know. Now it's becoming a thing now where people don't want children. and then they rather have their dog. And then the funny thing is, there's some reels. I'm kind of glad they show this sometimes, not just, oh, it's better to have a pet than a child. You know, they have that stupid shit. But then they show dogs wrecking your things too. And I'm not saying children never wreck things either, and they do, but that's what happens when you don't watch them. Cameras can only do so much. They're not going to tell your kid to stop it. They'll just watch them run amok. But dogs and cats sometimes, oh my God, man. Yeah, I used to have pet dogs, so it's not like I never had a pet before, but they wreck your shit and they don't care. They can't talk to you and say sorry. Well, maybe there are some dogs that say sorry because their parents force them to talk. But yeah, I don't miss that. Like, your dog poops on your homework, and how does that work out? Like, how do you explain that to your teacher? Especially when the ye old classic, the dog ate my homework. And it's like, yeah, right, good one. And they took a crap on it too. Well, actually, yes. And they ate it. So it's like, okay, yeah, there's that. Or also, if the dog runs away and they don't come back, oh my God, that's a nightmare. I had that instance. Oh, that was a pain in the ass to deal with. And also sad, but also, geez, man. Also, you have to, I think nowadays in recent years, they treat the dogs like children, or their pets like children. They call, they even call themselves cat parents, dog parents, your fur baby, they call them children when they're not children. And I think that's controversial because a lot of, they take offense to that. But unless you can give birth to cats and dogs, I don't think that's the case. But yeah. Here's the thing, though. I totally get it. Dogs and cats can be very affectionate. I think more so dogs and cats, though there are some affectionate cats. But I think sometimes we take it to a whole other level where you treat them like a literal child, and it's like, I don't know. It's not my world. I just watch and observe. And I think because I grew up with my dad as a veterinarian, I just see things a little differently. And it's not saying like I have to be like, you are cat, you are dog, that is it. Of course I grew up, I enjoyed having dogs and cats growing up. Just they take so much care. And if something happens that's bad, hospital bill. Yeah, they even have pet insurance. I didn't even know that was a thing. I was like, there's a pet insurance. What the fuck? And they do have that. And then also you have to have them stay in like like a kennel or they're boarding at the veterinary clinic. We had that. I remember those. And then but now they have fancy, elaborate places for pets, like a pet hotel, sort of like, wow, that's fancy. They have wheelchairs for pets because the back legs don't work. Don't tell me what they did before they started making those. Don't ask me. You're gonna feel sad. Don't ask me. But yeah, I don't know. Just the whole thing about people treating their pets like children. Just you have to be careful with that, okay? Especially the inevitability, okay, of them going. It's really sad because we also at the veterinary clinic when I grew up, I always saw a whole bunch of people crying, grown men especially too, and who's bothering me? Oh, so I was like, you want to keep distance, but it's really hard when the pet really likes you too. They love you unconditionally. So it's really hard it's easier said than done, basically. At the same time, though, I had a lot of pets, and I think I'm good. I don't think I want any more. I like, other relatives, family, they have pets, and like, oh, they're so cute. Or I see a neighbor cat nearby. Oh, you're so cute. That's fine. That's enough engagement with pets for me for the day. To have one again, I'm tired. But recently, my son and the editor, they've been hee-hawing about wanting a cat. And I'm allergic to cats, so I can never be a cat lady, even if I wanted to be. I'm allergic. It's not like instant sneezing, cannot function when I see a cat. No, it's like I can tolerate a cat, especially in an open area, like an outdoor cat. There is an outdoor cat here. That's fine. Like 30, I think around the 30-minute to 45-minute mark, the runny nose, the watery eyes, the uncontrollable sneezing. They start coming out, and I don't want to be like that because then I cannot do anything. That's how bad it is. Some people may have minor allergy symptoms, but they can just take medicine. They're fine. If I'm around that cat dander way too long, I cannot function. I have to get out of there. Also, I'm allergic to cigarette smoke. It was triggered when I went to an arcade place in China and everyone was smoking indoors. It was so bad. My eyes were watery. I was sneezing. I needed a lot of tissues. Yeah, so getting old sucks. But I was actually allergic to cats in my 20s. I wasn't when I was younger, but for some reason it just happened. Dogs, I'm fine so far. So far, so good, but it's been a while since I've been around a dog. I think the last time was maybe 2023 at my sister's place, because I think they still have dogs. But I was totally fine, and I'm not around them all the time to fully verify whether or not I'm allergic to dogs, but I didn't have a problem at that in that instance. But yeah, dogs and cats. I don't get me wrong, I love dogs. I love cats a lot more than I used to. I appreciate them a lot more. Just when you start treating them like children, just be prepared for the inevitability of life. Okay, because when it hits hard, and it's really sad. Okay, just so you know, I had a handful of pets myself, and I don't like dealing with every loss is horrible. Okay, I know that much. So, but when you start treating them more so like children, I think it gets even worse unless you are a strong person to move on from that. And it's rough. It really is rough. So, yeah. Okay. So, 56 minutes. Can I wrap things up? What can I talk about? Not a lot of people showed up today. I think they're busy Christmas shopping. Like, why are you doing live stream? You could just be doing Christmas shopping, because I have a school event later today, fools. I mean, that would love. But yeah, I got things to do, and then I have to cook dinner, so I cannot do my errands today as I want. I have to take care of things in the house before I go do the event, pick up my kid, make sure the food's ready, I also have to make sure he gave the cookies to the teacher, because I asked, do you want to give the cookie donation to your teacher yourself, or you want me to go with you and give it to his teacher? And he's like, I'll do it. I was like, okay. But he didn't run over there when she came out to bring the kids to class. So I hope it showed up. I will ask the teacher after school just to make sure, because I also want to give him some responsibilities. He is of age now to try to do some things for himself, obviously. So I want him to start learning that. I don't want him to always keep asking every 5 minutes, Mom, I need this, Mom, I need this, Mom, there are some adults that are still like that. And I really don't want that. I don't want to be a part of that party. Okay. Okay. So what did we talk about today? He's kind of almost done, kind of, sort of. Oh, well, he has a little thing going on. I need to fix it because it looks like another layer has been added on. But if I cannot fix it, I have to do another layer on top of here. But this one's a little rough too. Oh, sheesh. See, that's the thing with needle felting. It's easy to find a bunch of flaws, especially when your surface area is not entirely smooth and you find a whole bunch of things you don't like. And if you're very picky, this is kind of the downside, it's going to look, you're going to be unsatisfied and keep nitpicking. So you sometimes have to get to a point where you tell yourself, stop it. It's okay. Leave it alone. If you don't find it okay, maybe this is not the project for you. But for me, don't get me wrong, I can fit in that same boat too. I can find things that I don't like here. So it happens. Just try to control it, because if you don't stop, you're never going to be finished with your project. You'll never be satisfied. And it's I think that's one of the struggles of an artist, when to stop. When do you stop with the art? When do you finish the project? And sometimes you're not entirely sure. You kind of have to tell yourself, I am done. That's it. Don't touch anything anymore. If you keep touching it, it's going to get worse. The moment you start adding extra things, it's going to be too much. So, but it varies. It depends on the project you're making, I swear. Okay, so what did I talk about? I did mention that, and then I got distracted. Needle felting. I tried to paint this, but the drying process is not in my favor. Not Christmas shopping until super late. I have to start tomorrow. And it's garbage night. A lovely combo for this month. And then why being called auntie is not a big deal for me. I don't know about other people, but for me, I've been an auntie by default, apparently. So it's like, okay, so what? What else is new? But it varies from culture to culture in how society sees things. I'm sorry, my tongue went weird. And so I don't take offense to that. But if they're using it out of ill intent to remind me how old I am, then maybe there is a problem. But for the most part, I don't have a problem with that. It's usually my nieces and nephews addressing me as auntie and auntie. Auntie and auntie. Auntie. Yeah, by nieces and nephews. Okay, sorry. Oh. And also family members. So then there is holiday exhaustion. I didn't really touch up on that much, but I definitely feel it. I've been feeling it since my early 30s. Black Myth Wukong progress and me messing up in NG plus, so I cannot totally do the group survival challenge until I get this one gourd in particular. If I complete the entire portraits side quest, oh my god, I thought I got all of it. I even fought that monster. I'm still kind of griping about it. But I had to play it again. It's annoying. I'm tired. That's why I'm like not super fast on wanting to play it again. Like, I love the game, don't get me wrong, but I gotta do it again. You know? Meanwhile, there's a whole bunch of games. I love this game. I gotta play it like 10 more times, 20 more times, 15 more times. You can have that. It's fine. It's fine. I just finished NG plus 1, so now I'm on NG plus 2. I am pooped. Okay, so yeah, there's that. And then yeah, tsunami, tornado warning, but not much happened here. And so yeah, that's basically it. So yep, I think that's it. As I mentioned earlier, next week I will have the live stream on Tuesday, most likely, in case there's nothing that happens to me or some emergency, whatever. I will have the live stream on Tuesday, December 24, still 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, just so you know, because Wednesday is Christmas. I'll most likely not be able to make a live stream. Maybe on Instagram, I don't know yet. So yeah, that'll be it for now. Happy Wednesday, you guys. Take care. Do your Christmas shopping, or if you're smart, just don't. If you don't celebrate it, I envy you. That'll be it for now. Have a great one, and I'll see you again next Tuesday, December 24, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This is Delion getting the heck out, and have a great one again. Take care. Bye-bye.